me, I'm still a modeler, working on another kit. There'll always be another model, and I'll keep on building it just how I choose, tangled up in glue.
Hey, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers, and look what I got here today. A whole piece of flooring that's basically garbage, but I'm going to expand on some ideas, some other videos that Bruce from Rocket Fin and Shaggy from Awesome Wheels did. We're going to make some display stands here, but we're going to jazz them up a little bit. All you got to do is take any old piece of this, like pergo flooring or whatever it is. Somebody's bound to have one near you, or you'll see it in the garbage, or you've even got a home project going on yourself. This is just so easy. You take and cut it into, let's say 11 to 12 inch strips, or depending on what you want to make, but 11 inches just happens to be the right size for most sandpaper. Now I cut these at 12 inches, but you'll see it when we get to it. Anyways, so you cut them up, and one piece will give you at least 4 of these things that you can do. After cutting, go ahead and start scraping off all of the glue and gunk that's on the bottom of it. If you've got some of that Goo Gone or stuff like that, it works pretty easy with a little bit of elbow grease. So once you've got all this stuff scrubbed off, as you can see, you're left with a nice little flat display base. And hey, you're recycling, you're going green. So once you've got all this scraped off, you're left with a nice little flat base that you can start with. And many of these are already textured, and if you just throw some black or gray spray paint, that'll be good enough over it. Or what I prefer to do is to take some sandpaper. Anything from like 180 grit to 400 will work great. And all you got to do is just throw a little bit of glue on it. Elmer's glue works fine. You set that on it to dry. You can also see that just from this little thing, one piece of this is easily good enough to put 2 cars on. Alright, so you cut the wood, you glued a little piece of sandpaper to it. Set your car on it. Are you done? No! We're model builders, we're creators, we want to make something better. So I'm going to see if we can get up to like 20 ways, or maybe even more, to make this little simple piece something much more special for you. And your cars, your displays. It's a way to proudly display what you've done. So the first thing you can do is cut it so you want it to fit. Maybe you just want to display this one car, so you could trim this down, cut off the other side, and make it display for another one. Or maybe, depending on the size flooring you've got, it'll hold 2. Hey, that's a second idea for it. And maybe these 2 Paint a little white line across the front of it. Now they're coming up to a stop sign. But wait, you don't have a stop sign? Little piece of paper on a toothpick. And you've got a stop sign. Well, of course, you have to face it to do that. What are we up to? 3, 4? Well, there. Now we're starting to get more interesting. And all you do is take a little bit of masking tape, run it across there, spray some white on it, write stop on it. Easy peasy. Cut a little piece of plastic or foam. Paint it a light gray. You got a sidewalk. Put something interesting on the side, maybe somebody walking their dog, or falling over. Fire hydrant. Maybe a guardrail back here. Maybe you don't want a sidewalk. Maybe you want grass. You don't want to paint it? That cheap AstroTurf that's used out on porches. Buy a 1-foot square of it and you got enough for 3 or 4 of these things. Put some tape down the middle, another white line or yellow line, and now you've got a 2-lane road. Maybe it's a kind of clunker, but like how you saw your first car sitting in the side of the yard. And it makes you think of when you first saw it, for sale sign sticking in the window.
Whether you're painting model cars, armor, big rigs, t-shirts, or even people, Gallery has the right products for you. Don't forget to use code PAPPYTinkers at checkout for 10% off.
Maybe you want the grass on both sides of it, like it's sitting in the driveway and a couple buddies are sitting around fixing their car. That'd be a cool little display. Dog in the background. What are we up to? I don't know. The stoplight race is about to start. That's always a great one. GM versus Mopar. All right. Maybe your sign will say something special like Hemi parking only, GM only. Maybe it's a little parking lot. That's kind of cool. Might have to put the handicap sign in front of one of the cars, but we're not going to get into that now. Color a piece of paper, make it look like some banners, and all of a sudden you've got a car lot. Now my signs will fall over here. For sale sign. That one. One owner car. You know what else those signs are great for? If you accidentally messed up the windshield. Put the sign over it, call it for sale. Now you don't have to scrounge around for another windshield, make another one, or just make a cute display out of it. I think that's a pretty good idea. Of course, my thing's a little bit taller. You can have the hood open with some signs up in it like we've all seen. Scroungy used car salesman looking for his next victim. for that one owner custom. Yeah, you can see that. Paint a strip of white across of it. Some burnout marks going across it. And now you got your drag strip starting line. Put a Christmas tree up in front of them. Maybe a glossy spot on it to make it look like the burnout pit. Some cotton strands, a little filament to make it look like if they're doing the burnout. That would be pretty cool. Making the skid marks over the burnout marks over the white line and the thing, just airbrush. Doesn't even have to be straight line. How many times does a car go sideways going down there? All the time. That would be a cool one. And if you bought the dragsters that have the Christmas tree stand, now you've got a great place to put it. Change it. You know what? You can. That's another cool thing. You don't have to paint the stand itself. You can just paint a strip and masking tape. You got one for the starting line, another one for the finish line, where the old Austin wins by a nose. Or maybe you built the model with the parachute popped out in the back. Now you've got a place to put it. And this will also take the full-length drag rail cars. That's pretty cool. Start line, finish line. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you're not into the drag racing. Maybe NASCAR is more your style. Well, sorry, but I don't have a NASCAR model right here handy. But you've got the start and finish line. Same thing. Where you can have the cars in the starting line, or maybe you're making a pit row diorama and you have the wall over here with mechanics. I think I've seen a couple models with those in it. Again, you can do the tape to make a white line showing where to stop, where to go. NASCAR pit stop, that's a pretty good idea for this one. One of the cool things about using this old flooring is because they have this tongue and groove in it, you can put them back together like that. And maybe you want the whole NASCAR starting line, 3 cars across, 4 cars across. Would be pretty good. Big start line going across like that. All the cars, you can almost hear all the engines revving up, ready for that green flag to drop. That would be pretty good. Somebody is always redoing their house somewhere around you, and finding these boards, these old flooring boards like this, is, you probably know somebody that's got some of these, or a few leftover ones that you can use right now, just a phone call away. Maybe you want to build a little gas pump. This is just folded up paper, so I can show you this. But old Duke's here pumping gas. The pretty girl's taking a picture of herself by the truck, and well, I guess you can guess what Duke's looking at. All this out of this little bitty piece of wood that I cut with a saw, Elmer's glue, and sandpaper. And now all of a sudden you're getting all kinds of wonderful, great ideas for your show or displays at a show. Maybe it's your race car hauler that's sitting at the gas station, getting gas up and filling up with the racing fuel. Hey, didn't somebody just come out with a tow truck model? Hey, there we go. course, the cars always look good on it too. Maybe Duke's getting harassed by the man again. One too many burnouts. Or his car just looks like a junker. Or maybe it reminds you of a time or two when maybe you got pulled over by the popo. Easy to create a scene like that out of just something as simple as this little piece of wood and some sandpaper and Elmer's glue. You have to make your own models, of course. Maybe you need a place to display those trophies that comes with some kits. And you have somebody running up, yay, we won! Of course, we all know the winner gets the pretty girl like this. Go back to the AstroTurf, lay it down on this, put your old decrepit model that lost a wheel or two, and it's abandoned in the yard. Maybe you don't want to make anything else for it. You're just happy with it sitting on something that's not plastic or glass or mirror. Well, that's fine. Take a picture, print it out, put it on the back. Maybe your car will be at a car show with some other custom cars. Or the background could be a storefront. I do believe that I've made a video or two of the cars parked in front of my garage. You could have the stands behind it. Put a little bit of tan paint on that sandpaper. Put your Jeep or off-road vehicle on it. Now it's sitting out in the desert. Throw a little cactus on there. Maybe a few little bumps or some rocks from the garden. I don't know about purple ones, but that's up to you. But that same thing goes with the picture of maybe it's the mountains in the background, or a river, or a couple guys fishing. Maybe you remember your dad taking you to the lake fishing and you got a picture of that lake sitting in the background of your dad's old pickup. That'd be a nice memory. That'd be a nice Father's Day gift, and I do believe that's coming up. I think we're going to put this one as the finished one, as the final one. I wish I could tell you that this entire thing was my idea, but it wasn't. I got a little inspiration from Bruce over at Rocket Ben Hobbies. He made one with the guardrail in the back. Shaggy just did, from Shaggy's Awesome Garage, he just did one that's got some other stuff to it. And it's like, you know what? They're challenging us, so I'm going to take it a step further and challenge the rest of you guys. What kind of cool things can you make out of just a piece of wood and some sandpaper? What do you think you're going to make? What's special in your life to make that perfect car on that perfect base that takes, the longest part of it is getting the glue to dry, or the sandpaper. And super glue would have fixed that. Tell me your pictures, or send me your pictures, tell me your ideas. Tell us which ones are your favorite. Get out there and make something special for your special model. And we'll see you next time on Pappy Tinkers.
I bought a brand new model and I brought it home. A Woody with a blower and a bunch of chrome. Sometime later I was almost done. The glue run,